Google were kind of quoted as saying that clicks coming from AI overviews are of higher quality.
Hi there and welcome to From Ideas to Results. I'm joined by Kathryn, part of our SEO team here at Sleeping Giant Media, and we're going to be exploring all the things that have been happening in the last 30 days when it comes to SEO. What's the kind of key things that have been happening?
So a few different, topics to talk about with regards to AI overviews this month. The first one was Google were kind of quoted as saying that clicks coming from AI overviews are of higher quality, which is interesting given that obviously widely reported in the industry and still for the last month, people are saying that click-through rates and clicks are decreasing to websites. So it seems like there's a bit of a disparity between what Google is saying and what we're kind of experiencing within the industry at the moment.
Are they claiming the volume's going down but the quality of those clicks is going up?
That may be what they're kind of implying. They didn't specifically say that traffic is increasing or decreasing, but that because it's kind of pre-qualifying users, those clicks coming through are higher quality, it means that users are staying on sites for longer. At least the studies and things coming out at the moment are still suggesting that clicks are declining when AI overviews are present, although branded queries interestingly seem to be seeing an uplift. So branded queries don't generally tend to show AI overviews all that often, but where they do, the data is suggesting that actually click-through rates do increase. Again, it kind of reinforces what we've been talking about for quite a few months now around brand visibility being really important and continuing to focus on improving brand mentions, looking at things like digital PR as well.
So there's some interesting stats there, and we're seeing the general trend of reducing clicks, and we're seeing also AI becoming a bigger part, so not just Google in itself as well. So it's kind of still any significant changes that people should be considering from a strategy perspective in terms of trying to overcome the challenges of AI overviews, but also other AI platforms as well?
It's still a lot of what we've been talking about recently, focusing on that kind of broader entity topical based content, but also looking at like different content formats as well, as at least for AI overviews in particular, Google have kind of said that different content formats are being surfaced a lot more, I guess continuing to diversify the content that people are creating. Interestingly as well, the March core update that rolled out recently, what we kind of saw with AI overviews off the back of that was that there's now less overlap between the URLs that rank in the top 10 and the URLs that are being cited in AI overviews. So potentially giving more sites an opportunity to be appearing in that space, whereas before it was quite closely correlated between the two. Again, that kind of reinforces the fact that the landscape is just continuing to shift, and I don't think we're kind of in a final state with it yet. I think it's going to continue to develop over the coming months.
Yeah, there's a comment here about Google linking to their own search results within AI overviews. What's that about?
There's still the question there over, is that also diluting traffic because it's kind of keeping users within the search results, it's kind of prompting that follow-up search.
So they're featuring their own search results within the AI overview?
Kind of. So you've got the AI overview that kind of brings your, response back. Within that, you've got hyperlinks, which then take you to a further Google search, potentially with more AI overviews included.
They're obviously rolling things out quite rapidly.
Yeah,
and maybe
I think
not
we're continuing to see different things being tested, different formats. It's going to be an interesting one to continue watching to see what happens.
In terms of summary of like the impacts that people are seeing right now, click-through rate being one of the main.
Click-through rate, I think, is the main one.
Yeah.
Obviously, we are seeing declines, especially for that kind of broader informational type of search. But from what we've seen, visibility is still important, making sure that where those AI views are being shown, we're trying to appear in them if we can, and also looking at diversification of content so that we're kind of appearing in lots of different searches where possible.
Okay, and again, in terms of things like traditional blog content, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
No,
Looking at that additional type of content where we can, so video content being really important.
And in terms of from a client perspective, we're working with, what are the clients that we're seeing that are benefiting, and what are they doing to benefit?
So really it has been focusing on that kind of entity topical based optimization of content across sites, looking at things like structured data alongside, while also maintaining really strong technical foundations, as that's still a fundamental for ranking well in both traditional search and also AI-driven search as well. Looking at that broader content strategy and then supplementing it with digital PR to help boost wider brand authority.
From our perspective as an agency, what do we need to change and adapt to because of click-through rate changing and visibility not being the way it was before?
Yeah, I think potentially looking at different metrics. One thing I do think is going to continue to develop is tracking of visibility in different AI platforms. There's lots of new tools coming out all the time to help monitor things like brand mentions within AI tools, and I think that's only going to continue to grow.
In terms of a technical perspective, what else do we need to be doing or changing as a result of this kind of approach with AI?
Making sure those solid foundations are in place. So, things like fast load times on site, structure's really solid when you're building out a website site structure, structured data being a really key one. So making sure that the functionality is there to be able to add schema markup to pages.
Those are the key things that have happened in the last 30 days. Lots more to come in the next 30 days. So join us next time and find out more. If you'd like to find out more information about the content, do check out our website and our socials, and we'll see you again next time.